curious because what were you about to ask? Were you about to ask Kyle something about?
I was gonna say something along like.
Oh, you should have wrote it down.
I think I did.
I thought you did.
I did, but I don't even know if I wrote it down right. That's why I was like,
Wow.
It's
I'm
a
watching
half
you
question.
scribble on the Apple
Just
Pad.
say it and it'll jog our memory.
I think it was. I said you think it's okay for people to believe anything
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
because what you were saying was like,
When I said
And
I don't care
I'm
what
not-
people believe.
yeah. So I'm like, that's cool, but to what extent? For me, at least, because it's like to what extent? Because that can get really extreme if somebody can just believe anything and do anything.
As long as you're a good
when
person,
when I say believe,
Okay, so it falls on morality. is what you're
morality.
saying.
Yeah, if you're a morally good
look.
person, believe what you want. I don't,
exactly.
there's
But
nothing.
see, that's the problem. That's the problem. What I'm saying, you're saying a morally good person, but that could be morally good to them because there's no
Okay.
standard of.
Okay.
So this is the thing
An
about
objectively
morality.
truthful,
Exactly,
moral
and that goes back to that.
This is the thing about morality.
Jumping to morale.
Morality is solely based on the societal
Yeah, it's subjective.
perception of it. It is wholly subjective.
That's cool. Wait, just stick
No,
right
no,
there.
no. Let me finish. Let me finish the sentence.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me at least finish the
because
sentence.
that was good, but I was okay. Go ahead.
If society says it's not okay to harm kids, then it's not okay to harm kids. We know that. We know that as a fact. But guess who didn't know that? The
Hitler.
Greeks.
Oh,
Because the Greeks thought it was okay for men to molest children. And the cycle continued for long periods
So
of
they
time.
made it okay.
Say essay.
and so that made it
For
okay at that
YouTube.
time, is what you're saying.
It was okay for that time. And we saw how that played out for
So
that
you're more
society.
evolution based.
No.
No,
Morality is evolution because
Morality
manifest
is
destiny was a full thing that
but what I'm saying
people
is,
believed
morality was
It-
based
so-
solely once again
so
on the
for you, if
societal,
that's how
on
it was
the
at the
societal
time for us
ideal.
to, what you said they was molesting, what you said killing kids,
Essay.
Essay.
They-
Say
essay.
essay.
They
SA.
I don't know
Yes.
what it means, but that's what they
Okay,
say.
SA
Sexually
kids.
assaulted.
Okay.
Relax.
I didn't hear what he just
It's
said.
definition. If you're gonna say essay,
Well, it's cool
Okay.
because he's helping us learn, so we just
Okay,
won't
so
say it again.
it was okay for them to SA kids.
'Cause I didn't- I didn't
honestly don't even know
understand
what we're
that.
talking about. I don't even know what SA means.
Hey,
but
hey,
Well,
hey.
you just said it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What Mike was talking about earlier.
whoa,
Yeah.
Yo, Ash, help us out. No. But so
Yeah, your sound joint ain't got nothing on me taking
yeah,
shots.
ain't no sounds with that one.
That's no
But-
sound wave.
But with that,
Yeah, you better hit the horns on
Uh,
yourself, brother.
if it was okay during
Humble
that
yourself.
time, right? So you would
Mhm.
say that that's okay if you were living in that time, like, or
No,
because
but-
you're not in that time now, it makes it.
morality is like it's subjective. So
So
based
okay.
off of the subject matter that
So
you're
let me
in,
ask you this.
it
Let's
wasn't.
go, let's go a little bit further in time. So slavery was cool then.
I see
No.
that. No, it's not. That's the thing. No,
Okay, explain.
what I'm saying is, morality is really it is based off of the times that you're in. It's based off of society's general perception.
But that's what I'm saying. At the time, majority it was okay.
Okay,
for-
at the
for
time-
slavery.
At
So
the
that's what I'm
time,
confused.
At the time,
the
if
slave
you ask them,
owners
yes.
thought it was okay, but the slaves
That's what I'm
didn't think
saying.
it was
You
okay.
said that's what we get back to. You said if I asked them.
Yeah.
That-
For me personally,
But that's
And-
what I'm saying. But what's the truth of it? That's what I'm trying to get to.
morality has no truth.
Oh, okay.
Morality has it's subjective completely.
Hey,
But
hold
if-
on,
if
Jesse.
that's the
Let me ask
case-
you a question.
If that's the case, then it can continue to change, and there's no standard really.
There
Jesse,
isn't.
Let me ask you a
It's based
question.
off of
Do you not see the problem with that?
No, I do see a
No,
problem.
of course there's a problem with that.
So okay, and I'm not even gonna go Christian on y'all yet, but do you,
No, go
you can
Christian.
see how?
Because I have a question about this. I got a real question about.
I'm
No,
literally just.
No, I want you to go Christian,
because
please.
the thing with Christianity is it would stay that way throughout time.
So it would be okay for you to still be a slave now.
Technically, but if you no,
Wait, no. Why would it be okay for me to be a slave?
Because the
now?
Bible was
No,
okay with
oh,
slavery.
God.
Wasn't okay.
Yes, it was.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I'm just going.
No, we can do that.
No,
I'm here for that,
We
Mike.
can go there real
You're
fast.
stupid.
Let's go.
Have you not read Exodus?
Of course, I read Exodus.
So you could have.
I did.
Because literally God sent Moses to free the slaves from bondage out of Pharaoh's thing
Egypt.
so they could go into the land of milk and honey.
And
he
did
also
that
said-
for the,
and he also
he
said
did that
there's
for
no-
the Jewish people.
But then if you go back into Genesis, my bad, not Genesis, the New Testament, he literally said Greek and Gentile is no different. So it's like he died for everybody. So you can say it's just for the Jews, but he literally talks about in the Bible the sin of partiality. So that's not.
So what we're saying, we can wholeheartedly agree that owning another person is wrong.
Yes.
Yes, we can all wholeheartedly agree that owning a person,
I would
owning
agree
another
that
person
own-
is wrong, right?
I would agree that owning another
So
person
here's
is
what
wrong.
I'll ask.
Okay.
In the Bible, when it
Okay.
tells
well,
when
he
it tells
doesn't
the
agree.
owner,
So
that owning a person is
You're
wrong.
saying it's okay?
To an extent, yeah.
Okay, so
What does that mean?
And
I say this: if
Hold on, because I gotta hear this.
I
one.
wanna hear this too.
not in the sense of slavery and abusing them, right? I'm saying this. Technically, right? I'm just you owe if you owe me something, you mine.
That's not true.
No,
Yo,
You would have to be able
Nah,
to
you
beat me
stuck
up for that to
now.
be
You
the case.
stuck now.
If you can't beat me up and force me to give you what you want, there's no
You're
No,
going
I mean,
down a
listen.
dark avenue.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Listen,
like,
listen,
if I owe
listen.
you money,
What you think Diddy was doing?
Oh man.
All right.
I'm outta here.
Besides that, though, right? Despite if you say if I beat you up, that's what we got the law for. I could take you to court. I could do things. So technically, if you owe somebody something, you are, if you want to call it, a slave to them. I wouldn't call it you a slave to me, but you owe me, so you're, you know what I mean? You put it in a way.
Okay. And this is a little problem what he's saying. It could get into semantics a little bit.
Yeah, it could.
it could.
Because that could be like, if you owe me, like you in debt with me, like
Yeah,
I'm thinking about debt or debt.
But that's in a sense like, if you owe me money, the most I'm gonna do at this point is pocket watch.
yeah.
If you owe me $200, it's like, so how you going on vacation?
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
owe me
yeah,
$200.
nah, I feel
Like
you.
now I'm pressing you,
But
like you're free to do whatever you want.
I
After
was
that.
gonna say,
That's why I said
own
not
it.
slave. That's why I said not in the sense of a slave where, yo, come here and put this chain around your neck right quick. I'm not talking like that. Or in the sense of I could torture you and stuff. I'm speaking in the sense that if you owe me, I can take you to court. I don't gotta beat on you.
That's fair.
that's cool. So I just want to
So-
knock this out. But you would agree that it's not okay to own people based on their color, ethnicity,
No,
age,
no, that's
and
hatred.
to abuse them.
That's hatred. No,
Okay, so we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
but you're still a slave. If you owe me.
Okay, so that's just semantics then. I
Yeah.
would say.
All right, so Mike, be ready, because you know you still owe me, right?
Yo,
Be ready.
He working on the podcast right now.
So that's interesting what Nikolai said about morality being subjective and being based on the masses or what the society agrees with at the time, I guess. And I've heard that morality can be somewhat like
Fickle.
I think you said evolution based. I just don't think that's a good model that we can trust, because how are we really supposed to know if something? So that means, okay, so there's no such thing as objective morality then. It's all
Here's-
subjective.
Can I? Let me. I've been meaning to
believe
bring
so.
this up. I've
Well-
been meaning to bring this up. Hold on. I'm sorry, Nikolai. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
So here's what I'll ask: if your sister does something disrespectful to the family, would you kill her?
No.
Huh?
Would you kill her?
I mean, no. Just like not
No,
even
no,
debating.
no,
I'm just.
no,
Just,
I wouldn't.
would you? Would you
no.
kill her? No.
I wouldn't.
No. If your mother steps outside without one of y'all,
Steps outside.
yeah. If your mother was to walk outside without one of y'all, would it be okay for the guy next door to stone her to death?
No.
No.
What's
But
that?
Oh, what
Are you agreeing that it would be okay? So
That's
stupid.
why are we letting Mike control the soundboard?
I just want to say, I think Mike is still Old Testament for real. So we just go. I just want to.
So yeah, that the
Slavery-
that
soundboard
boy
guy
didn't go back to the
bad
old
does
back
not.
in the day.
The soundboard
That's
guy
crazy.
does not have the views of the
So
show.
the reason why I asked that is because culturally,
I just wanted to clarify riches, but you go ahead. I just want to say slavery back then was not slavery in 19.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. You were just working for them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like.
It wasn't
it
racial.
was
You
more
owe
like
me
it
money
was more
and you
like
gonna work it
debtor's
off.
jail than anything else.
It was an indentured slave.
But sometimes even the slaves would stay with them. It was just like you. That's how you worked for a living sometimes. So,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like what we think of slavery.
It wasn't American slavery.
No way. Like nowhere near.
It was like you live in that shack over
I mean,
there.
in a sense,
And you work my fields.
You do own
Yeah.
your children in a sense. So I mean, it's not like
I mean, I can.
You
I
can
can
I think
adopt
they could
an
leave,
adult.
though. That's the difference. Slavery, you
saying.
can't
That's
leave.
wild.
You can't
It's
leave.
wild.
Well, I think it depends.
But I don't think it's
After 7
like
years.
If they bought you, you're not leaving.
like if
unless
we're
they
talking
had one
about
of those.
if we're talking
And in the
about
Bible, they
culture
could.
differences
After
versus
7 years, after they
immoral.
paid
This
their
is
debt.
what this is
okay.
the point I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought that up is because in older
forgot what you brought
Islamic culture, I asked you if you would beat your sister for
Oh,
disrespecting your family.
Islamic
You
culture.
said
Why are we
In
even talking about
older
Islamic?
Islamic culture, it is considered honorable if your sister disrespects your family for you to kill her.
Well, you
We
probably
literally
wouldn't wanna
just
be a Muslim.
we literally just did a
See what
whole
your
thing.
point is, though. I want to hear this.
Like we were going through news reports where a couple years ago, a woman was literally beheaded in the middle of her town because her father felt like he had disrespected and brought honor to her family.
Yeah.
That is the subjectivity to morality. That country feels like that's how you can do these things. So morality, yeah, we can say, oh yeah, that's not a valid means, but to these people, that's how they hold dear. They hold these certain ideals
For sure.
important
Based on their book, of course.
Based on their standards.
based on
Their society.
what they deem
So I
society
just want to
needs.
ask this real fast.
But that's not
Okay, go
them.
ahead.
What they. I mean, yeah, you could say that, but the Quran.
Because I'm not gonna say that.
I feel
because
like people would do things in the name of religion based off of their own.
They could.
That's why I'm
but it
saying.
happened
If
with Christianity.
you go to the UAE and you go to
Yes,
places
yes.
like
People have
Qatar,
done things in the name of
they don't
Christianity
do
in a
things-
negative way.
not everybody agrees with that,
Wait,
but
see,
that's their culture.
maybe this is what you're
This
getting at, too.
country is that culture.
Oh, hold on. Okay, it's too
I know,
many
I'm
voice
trying
notes.
to say, wait.
Goodness.
Because I've had people do this before. Because you can't generally just say Muslims are okay with it and not acknowledge the fact that people who identified as Christians did things in a negative way.
I will
And they
agree-
may not have been
I will
your
agree with
definition
you.
of
Let me say
Christian.
agree with you.
into the
I
would
would
say
agree
this.
with you.
I
I
want to get back
but
to the
I'm talking
question
to
I
Mike,
asked.
You can't act like they're not going to be.
That's true.
They
I
are
wanna
not-
get-
All right, go ahead.
I want to
go
get
ahead.
back
They
to
might
the
not be your
question
definition of Christian, but they were Christian in their own right.
But I want to get back to the question I asked Nikolai, because what I'm saying is, like, okay,
slave
to
Bible?
your point, or I'll just say this: it's not based on necessarily the book, unless the book has problems in it. It's based on the person who misuses that book or
That's facts.
that thing. But if it's if the book is a problem, morally, then we got to figure that out, right? So yes, but people that do things in the name of Christianity, that's their issue if they're not being moral, unless they can find it in the book that told them to do that. Now that's debatable, because some people will say, well, the law and it depends. Some people have a misunderstanding of the law, because we
We
can
don't
go
think
into
any
that,
of
but
these-
that's a whole, big conversation on what the law is.
Any
Like,
of these books could have been altered to tell you
for
to do
sure, but the validity of the Bible,
It's not.
but the validity of the
It's
Bible,
absolutely it's not possible.
but
I'm
the
saying
thing,
it's
but the
totally
validity of the Bible is a whole another big conversation.
That
So
can be
I
broken
kind of
real
want to
quick.
focus back on morality, because I think we have a better
I
model.
think so.
We have a way better model for morality than the society view of it. That doesn't work,
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
and it hasn't worked.
Let's just
I'd love
say,
to hear
even if it, real quick, just even if it was broke, right? Let's just say it was, and I don't think it is. You could still see in the Bible where it says all these moral things. So it's like, you can say it's broke, but it's like they're good moral things.
You have to
I
show.
agree.
You have to show
anything
the
that
broken
can
thing,
give
though.
do they
can't
not
just
all
say-
have the same golden rule? That's
Hold on.
generally the same thing.
Because that's the
Here's
treat others
what
how you want to be
that's a whole
treated.
Here's what I'll say.
Some of them have similarities.
If-
I would
if-
agree.
if
But that's a
they're
whole
good
nother
morals-
conversation.
different,
You have to show that. You have to show the part that's broken, and we can discuss
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
If
But
there
you
are
can't
good
just.
morals in the book,
we can't just have a whole conversation
then it's
on.
then
Then
there are good morals in the book. Like
But
if
that's
you
the
give,
problem.
if
You
you
keep
tell
saying
me
good morals.
if you keep
What do you
telling
mean by
me-
good morals?
Exactly,
As-
that's the problem.
we literally just said if
It's subjective.
if there are some good parts in the book,
Yes,
then there are
but that's
good
because
parts
that's
in the
my
book.
good based on that standard that I read. But if it was a Nazi Bible, I could, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. You're saying good.
I'm saying
but as an
I'm understanding
agnostic,
we don't
what I'm
base it
saying is
just
you
on-
don't have directional belief, right?
But we don't. We
This
don't.
is what I'm saying. This is what I want to make sure. I want to get absolutely clear here. If you're saying that you can pull good pieces out of it, if you can
I
read
just
the
did
whole,
that for the sake of
let me
y'all.
finish, Jesse.
I
Let me
just-
finish. If you're saying that you can get good out of it, then take the good from it. I'm here, like,
Yes.
if you understand
what you
where the
mean
good
by it.
parts of it are, and you get those, and those are the inspirational pieces
But
of
what
it,
happens when I think all of it is good?
then you think all of it is good, and you utilize that and use it and make it part of your life.
His
But what
point.
if I think it's
I
good
feel
answer?
like your point is not to
Then
base it.
utilize it and make it all part of your life.
I feel like you're. I don't know if your point is like, don't just take everything from the Bible blindly and just say that it's good, just because people say it's good and the Bible says it's good. Like, figure out morality for yourself.
What I'm saying
That's hard
is,
to do, is
if
figure
we're
out for
talking
yourself.
about morality, if you as a person understand, yo, I don't like to see men hit women.
Yeah.
then that to you bothers you. That is part of your personal morality.
Okay,
That's
Stop
the
right
that-
there.
that-
that's where I
If
keep
you-
getting messed up at. But actually, you can answer.
because consistently that's not
It's
gonna
not gonna
work.
work.
It's not gonna
How?
work consistently because there are things that are just wrong. Like if you say essay, that is wrong.
Yeah.
But you would have to say that it's just my opinion. You can never say that it's objectively wrong. And that's the problem I have with society choosing what is right or wrong, because what if they make the wrong decision?
Actually, once upon a time, society said it was okay for women to shut up and just sit in a corner.
But
Is that
Oh,
okay?
wait, let's
That
let-
doesn't
hold on,
make
no,
that
I want to see
right.
how far
No,
he
no,
goes.
no, no. Women, they once upon a time told women that they weren't allowed to take up the cloth and preach the gospel. As a matter of fact, once upon a time they told the people that they weren't allowed to even read the Bible.
Is that wrong?
So where are you going with this?
Is it wrong?
Is it wrong?
you don't get the.
I have a better model
I'm
for answering the
I'm
question.
specifically asking this
But
question.
that's not fair.
Is it wrong for you to tell
wait,
to tell the
that's
people
not-
for you to
not
hide the
fair.
word of God
That's not
from the
fair.
people and tell them they can't read it?
Make sure you
The
speak into
only
the mic.
people that can preach it are the
Make sure
pastors.
you speak
that
Okay,
we
I
create.
will answer that question.
It's
You are
not
missing
fair.
the mic.
It's not a fair
I
question.
don't know.
How is that not a fair
all-
question?
No. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know all of morality, but what I will say
I didn't
is,
ask if you know all of morality.
well, I don't know the answer to your question.
How do you
That's
not
why
know
I
the answer
said
to the
that.
question? I asked you if that was okay to you.
Well, you said is it wrong, but I'll answer that question. Is it okay to me? No, it's not okay to me.
Okay, so that's the answer to the question.
But we're talking about
Why you gotta raise your hand?
what we're talking
to the mic.
we're talking about.
I gotta
Can the system of society, is that a better model than, let's just say, I'll say God, the Bible, whatever. We can just use the Bible just to make it simple, just so I can speak it better. But is the Bible a better source of morality, a system of morality, or society? So my view is the Bible. 100 times. Society cannot be consistent with morality. If you're going by opinions,
Society
it'll
changes
never work.
Every
No, that's fair.
couple years.
I believe in that. That's fair.
I can agree with that. Sure.
So
Society
but-
will change based off of whoever's in power.
Exactly.
yeah,
So
Look,
y'all
like
don't
Donald
see
Trump
other
won for 4
areas-
years and everybody's a lunatic.
and there are
now, so-
very evil societies outside of ours that are in place right
Agreeable.
now.
We're inching up that list, but yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
The Bible is a
it's pretty.
Once upon a time, hold on. I'm sorry.
Would you